Hey, what's up? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's a pleasure for me to be here, and I hope you're doing fantastical because today we'll be talking about Disney Encanto. We'll be talking about the movie Disney Encanto, but through the 12 zodiac signs. So I'll be doing an analyzation of the different signs by looking at their personality, their characteristics, but also with their positive and negative traits. Plus, I will also be giving quick tips and advice on how you can change or ameliorate those negative traits associated with your zodiac sign. If you know your zodiac sign, I'm going to be putting timestamps so you can just jump right into your specific sign. However, this video is going to be part 1, and we are going to explore the first 6 signs from the zodiac. So we're going to talk about Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, and Virgo. So we're going to talk about these first 6 signs from the zodiac, and in part 2 we're going to talk about the last 6 signs from the zodiac. All right, let's begin. Hey, welcome back, and thank you for taking the time to watch this video. You are greatly appreciated. We're about to have some fun while analyzing these different zodiac sign and the different 12 characters from the movie Encanto. So if I do say anything, please do not take it personally, especially when I'm talking about the different things that you can do to ameliorate the negative traits that are associated to your zodiac sign. Also, I would like to let you know that astrology, the knowledge in astrology, is just general knowledge. It's not set in stone, and even sometimes you might not identify specifically with your zodiac sign. You might be an Aries who identifies more like Cancer or Sagittarius. That's because we have different parts of all the zodiac sign within us. We are not just made up of one sign, which is Aries or Leo. We have different parts of all the different other signs within us. All right, now before we move on, let me just give this explanation on why I did this analysis of the zodiac sign with a family member of the Madrigal. It's mostly because of this song that says, "Welcome to the Family Madrigal." There's a part which says, "A perfect constellation, so many stars where everybody gets to shine." All right, so now without any other further ado, let's begin and see which star correspond to a family member Madrigal, but also how bright they got to shine. Let's begin right into it with Aries. Aries, number 1. First and youngest sign of the zodiac, unlike Pisces, who's the oldest sign of the zodiac. Therefore, for Aries, I have chosen Antonio. Now, I chose Antonio simply because he represents that archetype of Aries. They say that Aries has this childlike appearance, but also is full of energy. They're always on the go. They're always doing something. They're always working on the projects. They don't like to be bored. They don't like to sit down in one place and do nothing. That's Aries. But also, they have the emotional standpoint of a child. When Aries is mad, they become expressive explosive, and they will tell you that yeah, they are mad, that you did something to upset them, and they will not hide it. They will express it clearly, straight to the point, and they will tell you exactly what you need to hear. But also, they are very forgiving, just like kids. They can be mad at you 1 minute, and the next minute they're back playing, smiling, and doing everything that they was doing with you. And that's also Aries. They will be mad, they will tell you, but once they tell you, after that they move on. They don't hold on into the emotion or the anger for a long time. No, they say it's done, and they move on. But also, Aries display the quality of action, but also leadership. And that's also what we see in Antonio. He was the leader of his own gift. He was the trailblazer of something new, something that the family did not have. So if you look at the family Madrigal, each individual had a specific gift that was to serve the family. The purpose was to serve the needs of the family. So you have Luisa, who has the strength of the gift of strength and was doing all the chores, all the heavy lifting to serve the family, but also the community. Then you have Julietta, that has the gift of healing with her cooking. So she was doing all the cooking for the family, the meals, all the things, but also helping the community as well. The same way that you have Isabella, she was decorating the whole town and the house Madrigal with her flowers. But for Antonio, he decided to choose something that was in his heart, which was the care and the love for animals, but also being able to communicate with them. Just like Aries are leader. They are the trailblazer of their own way. They don't like to be told to do something. They don't like to be told to know. They like to craft and carve their own way. In the same way, also, they're like action, because if you want to do something, if you want to achieve something, you have to put some action into it. Antonio also was here, the leader, but also take actions when people did not want to take action. For example, when Isabella and Bruno were discussing, and Isabella was asking Bruno to do the vision a second time, to do a ritual to see the vision for a second time. Bruno did not want to. Antonio walked into the room and was like, hey, let's go. The rest told me everything. We can go into my room and do it right here. So he just come in and say, let's go. Where they were over there arguing, say, no, I don't want to do it. Hesitating, say, no, I don't feel comfortable doing it. Antonio walks in and say, let's go, let's do it. So for Aries, something that I would like to share as advice is they have to learn to be vulnerable. Being vulnerable with their emotion, their feelings, just like Antonio. Even though he had that archetype of a leader, of taking action and making decisions, he was also vulnerable with his feelings. When he was about to walk into the stage to take his gift, he showed that, hey, I can't do it right now, and was reaching out for Isabel to help him, to give him that extra strength that he needed to walk and take his gifts. So the same thing here with Aries. It's learning to be vulnerable with your feelings and emotion, learning to slow down and really be okay to say that I can't do it. I need extra help. I need some guidance in this specific situation. This will help you a lot, especially to enhance your qualities that you already have, because you are a natural born leader. And you know, we don't have to repeat that to you, but also slowing down will help you a lot in your life journey. All right, that's all I have for Aries. Now let's move on to the second sign. So next we have Taurus, and for Taurus I have chosen Felix, Pepa's husband. I have chosen Felix because of his presence, the presence that he shows, not only his physical appearance, but he has an imposing and dominating presence, just like Taurus, just like the bull, you know. In the movie, we see that he does not have any gifts. He's not even part of the family Madrigal. He is Pepa's husband, but he integrates the family like he is part of the family. He's like, I do not have a gift, but I'm gonna be part of this family. I have a voice, my action, everything that I'm going to do, because it's going to show that I belong to the family. I will impose my presence and be a madrigal. You know, this is like a very Taurus energy. Taurus impose their presence. They don't have to tell you. They don't show. They just be present and show you. You know, but also they are very stubborn. When they have something in mind, when they decide something, it is hard to make a Taurus change his mind. Like, you can change your mind, like probably about something, a belief that you have, probably in 3 days, but for Taurus that's like 3 years. It takes them 3 years to change their mind about something. It's just an example, but they're very slow in changing their mind or changing habits or things they are usually used to. Also, you can see that he is the one who actually talks about Bruno. You know, he was talking to Maribel about Bruno and his wife walking. You know that famous song, "We don't talk about Bruno, no." But he's the one actually that started the discussion about Bruno, even if they told him already, "We don't talk about Bruno." He was like, "Nah, we're gonna talk about it." He went and started having this discussion with Maribel. So they're very stubborn in nature. When they have made up their mind about something, you can change that. Something too about Taurus, they have this sensuality, they have this sexuality. They're very fluid with their sexuality and sensuality, and we can see it in the whole entire movie. He's always here talking, sensual, dancing with everyone, having this move, this jovial disposition that is very Tauran. So therefore I have chosen him to represent the archetype of Taurus. Now, one advice that I have for my dear Taurus here is first of all, we know that you can be a bit slow in getting things and accepting things, but also in having information, accepting information. So something you have to work on is like, yeah, you take your time, you can take your slow and sweet time, but not everybody is going to wait for you. Some people are just like on the go. I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, and in that sense. So you have to kind of learn how to pick up the space also. Like one is necessary. Also, learning to change your mind about a certain things. You know, the world continues to evolve, to change, and so do you. Also have to take that tempo and start changing and evolving with the words. Another example advice that I have for my dear Taurus is being able to own and accept your sensuality and your sexuality, and being unafraid to display those three, because that's part of you. You know, Taurus is ruled by Venus, the planet of love, romance, beauty, sensuality as well. So being okay to display those traits and characteristics. Some Taurus have a hard time to display that as well, because I feel like Taurus is also on the earth side and has some implication of Saturn. Saturn is all about limitations or contradictions. It's learning to display those things. It's okay to be sensual. It's okay to be sexual. You know, it's okay to like and love sex. There's nothing wrong about it. All right. Thank you so much. And now let's move on. Now let's talk about Gemini, and you already know who that is the shape shifter Gemini, you know. And I have chosen Camilo to represent the archetype of Gemini because of his ability to shift, to change his physical appearance to something else or to somebody else. And these are Gemini. Gemini are able to change, to adapt to any situation or any type of personality and individuals, but also they're able to bring this joy and excitement in any kind of situation that they walk in. You know, they represent the duality, the good and the bad, the light and darkness, and they carry that in every type of situation or things that they do in life. And we are able to see that in the movie where he's bringing joy and laughter during the whole entire movie, because he's just changing a shape, taking different forms, different ways of talking, imitating people, and just bring that joy, excitement during the whole entire movie. And that's Gemini. They're able to bring that part into with us and make us laugh. They usually the life of a party. If you want to go out and have a good time, go out with a Gemini, because they're gonna make the whole entire night beautiful. If it's boring, they're gonna find a way to make it great. If it's too excited, they're gonna find a way to make people calm down a little bit. They are perfect for that. Now, something that I have, one advice I have for my Gemini is usually to understand that because you are so outgoing, you're like a social butterfly, you are just like here, there, and there. People are not really used to that much energy. People can get a little bit intimidating with that too much energy. That's too much pressure that you put into them. So they might not take being so welcoming if they are shy or introverted. So don't be offended when people just like shoo you away and just go like, oh, they don't really pay attention to you. Keep being you, keep being yourself, and don't take that personal. Something else that I would like to say for Gemini is because you are very flexible and very adaptable to situations, sometimes you can adapt in situations that are no longer serving you. You can adapt and stay in situations that are detrimental to you. So also learning to move on is something that is great for Gemini to know. All right, that's all I have for my dear Gemini. So next one we have Cancer. Oh God, my dear and sweet Cancer. And for this archetype, I could not think for anyone else besides Julietta, the mother of Maribel. She really represents the archetype and the energy of the sign of Cancer by her disposition of wanting to help and take care, but also wanting to heal people that were sick or not feeling well with her cooking and her foods. That was actually her gift, the gift of healing with her cooking. And that's really what Cancer is about. Cancer really like to take care, to heal, to be here to assist you whenever you are feeling bad, in your bad days, your bad moments. Get yourself a Cancer, because they know exactly what you need and how to make you feel good and feel better. Actually, Cancer themselves do not feel better, they don't feel good when they are not doing something to help, when they're not helping. It's part of them, it's part of their personality. And something also about Cancer, they can help, they can want to help to the point where they can sacrifice themselves. They can drop anything or everything at any moment just to be here to support you, to help you, and forgetting about themselves. And this is how we see it in the movie, where we see that Julietta is here cooking the meal for the whole entire family all the time. She's the one who's cooking, who's helping feed the family. But not only that, she does not only cook for the whole 12 members of the family, but also she walks around in the village with her food, trying to feed the community and feed individuals that were sick and help them to feel better. This is so Cancerian. I don't know how to describe this again, but this is the archetype and energy of Cancer, because they care and feel so deeply for other people. They feel people's emotion as if they were their own. If you are hurt, they feel hurt themselves, and like, no, I got to do something about it to help you. Now, something also, now I'm going to talk about the bad traits of Cancer, because we all have good and bad traits. You know how this is how angelic they sound, but also they have a bad side to them. So one thing about Cancer, as I was saying earlier, they understand the emotions of other people so well, because first of all, they understand their own personal emotions, so they can relate and understand others to help them. But also, when they are hurt, if you do something bad to them, they can hurt you back, and they know exactly where to hit you. They know exactly what to tell you. They know exactly how to manipulate you in doing something for them without even you knowing that they are manipulating you. They are so good at that. They understand emotions perfectly. They can tell you what you need and want to hear, so you can do something for them. This is Cancer, and we see it in the movie, the part where Maribel saw that the house was breaking down, and her mother was trying to convince her that in fact you did not see that, just ignore it, forget about it. And she was just talking so sweetly to her, give her food to heal her hand, because her hand was cut, and was like, just forget about it. And that was mostly because she loved her, and that was her fear that was coming out, trying to manipulate her, so she forgets about the house was breaking down, something bad was happening, and just continue to move on with her life. So Cancer can be very, very manipulative, and that's something that you should be careful with, Cancerians. And this is my advice, really. Something about Cancer that I can say or give you an advice is that you should be able to express your emotion at the moment, because if you don't express it, usually Cancer don't like to express too much the emotion. Even though they understand emotion, they tend to take everything personally. So whenever something hurts you, it's good for you to say it at that moment. Don't keep it in, because Cancer have great memories also, especially emotional memory, so they can remember things exactly how they happened and tell you that. But you keep circulating around this emotion, these negative emotions, And when you start to speak about it, it's like it's already too late and people have already moved on. Like you remember talking about something that happened last year, people was like, oh, no, I don't remember saying that to you. Really? Do I? And then you become more frustrated because now you're trying to express yourself about something that hurt you, but people don't remember. So really learning to not take everything personally, because you understand emotions so deeply. So you're going to feel everything. You're gonna feel emotion. You're gonna understand what people are saying when they change their tones. You are so intuitive that you can grab everything at a particular moment in time. Something else also to watch out for, my dear Cancers, are self-sacrificing yourself. Like sometimes you sacrifice yourself too much to your own detriment. It's good to take time to relax, take care of yourself. Self-care is so important for Cancer, because if you don't, then you get tired and you're like, why am I doing all this? And you don't have much that energy to do it again, to help other people. So it's good for you to take some break to recharge yourself so you can feel good and you can go back again out there and help other people and give them the best of you. Okay, that's what I have for Cancers.
I'm the strong one. I'm not nervous, and I'm tough as the crust of the earth is. I'm the mountains, I'm the churches, and I glow because I know what my worth is.
Yay! Next one we have my dear Leos. Oh my God, Leos. It is undeniable that Leo here is represented by Luisa. I have chose her because of her strength, her determination, her ego. They really represent here the energy and archetype of Leo, of lions. Leos are undeniable. Whenever they go, you can see and notice that Leo energy. Leos like to shine, to demonstrate who they are and show off their ego. They can't. They can stop showing off. Asking a Leo not to shine and show who they are is like asking the sun to stop shining. It's like me just saying, putting this here and say, hey, stop shining. You don't have to shine. Okay, so that's Leo. You cannot stop or hide the sun from shining, and sometimes they do it naturally. They don't take too much for them to shine and show what they're good at. And that's the point. They don't just show off because they want to show off. They just show off because they want to demonstrate the words that they are good at something, and they are not going to hide it. They don't know how to hide things that they're good at. If it's fashion, you're gonna see that in their clothing. Whenever they go, they're gonna put it on. If they are smart and intelligent, they will show you that, damn, I know so much, I'm smart. They're gonna show it off. If it's into arts, they're going to explode your mind with their quality. If it's singing, if it's cooking, they're gonna do it like showing up and say, hey, I'm the boss in doing this, and that's set. There's nobody else. Also, they are very good at competitions. They will compete with you until death, just to show you that they are who they are. Lions, that's them. They don't back off, And this is what Luisa was demonstrating. I can do it. I can take everything that I have to. She was carrying like 10 how do you call them again? 10 donkey here on her back, and she was like, I'm the strong one. Walking around, carrying a building, churches, like just going like bah. She does not stop, and she doesn't pay mind to anyone that was here in the town. She was just doing what she's supposed to do, and then get her ass home. And there's no like conversating or negotiating. Nah, she was not doing that at all. And there's like a whole entire song about her too. And she was like, oh, I'm the strong one and I glow because I know what my worth is. You know, that's typical of Leo. As I was saying earlier, they like to glow and shine and demonstrate who they are. Now, something that I have for my dear Leos is, we know you are the king, the queen of the jungle. It's undeniable. You are the king. All praise to you. We know that. What one thing that I would like to say, my dear Leo, I'm even afraid to speak to the king, Leos. I'm sorry. Oh my God. But let me just say this. One thing that I want to say to you guys is, you need to take breaks. Just like the sun rises and sets, you have to take a non-shining break. It's okay not to shine all the time. You cannot shine 24/7. The sun does not shine 24/7. And I'm mentioning the sun here a lot because actually Leo, the sign Leo, the ruler of this sign is the sun. So the sun rules this sign, and why not? So they display all these qualities of the sun. They want to shine, and they will shine bright and strongly on your face. But take some break on your shining. You cannot shine all the time, and it becomes so very heavy on you, and therefore sometimes you even have performance anxiety because you stress and you feel like I had to do it, I need to do it. You know, sometimes you even ask yourself, why the fuck, why am I doing all this for what? You know, so it's good to take some break from what you're doing, but also you have to check your ego sometimes. You know, I'm gonna say this, sometimes you can have a very strong ego. Ego is great. Ego is like the drive that takes you to achieve goals and to stay on track. But sometimes your ego can take the best out of you, especially when you focus on your ego. The Leo is also the heart of the lion. So if you're trying to rule from your heart. Don't rule from your mind, from your ego, from your pride, but rule from your heart. And then once you learn to do that, you become the best ruler of all. Just like in the movie The Lion King, you have Simba and Scar. So Simba learned how to rule from his heart, where Scar was ruling from his pride and his heart, you know. So he was trying to show something, that's impose something, but underneath all this he was deeply hurt, and he was trying to rule from his hurt. Okay, so try to do the opposite than Scar. Be just like a Simba and rule from your heart, and you'll be the best, the coolest lions ever. All right, that's all I have. Virgo, my dear Virgos. Oh my God, what can I say about Virgo? I have a lot to say actually about Virgo is all about displaying the quality of purity, of perfection, of beauty, you know. And the best one to describe all this in the movie Encanto by Disney is definitely Isabella. Isabella displayed this quality of Virgo, which is perfection. She was perfect in everything that she does, how she walks, how she talks, how she comes down from upstairs on a rope very delicately. Also, her hair's well done up over here. That's Virgo, you know. It's beauty. But Virgo also has a side that she does not want to see. That's usually her bad side. She prefers to focus on her good qualities, and sometimes she overdoes it. She does it so much that she even gets so tired of trying to be so perfect, of trying to do everything correctly. Sometimes it takes so much energy out of her that she ends up doing nothing, because she's like, damn, she's trying to do something perfectly. If she's going to write something, it has to be perfect. If she's going to cook something, it has to be perfect. If she's going to make anything, it has to be perfect. If there's going to be any kind of imperfection, she prefers not to do it. So this is really Isabella, the sister of Mirabel. And as you can see in the movie, she hated Mirabel so much because Mirabel was actually her mirror. You know, Mirabel was showing to her that we are not perfect. We cannot be perfect all the time. Mirabel, her appearance was just like regular. She didn't have all these fancy clothes. Her hair was just like normal. She didn't wear glasses. She didn't have to do all this makeup and things to look perfect and beautiful. She was just natural. She was just being her. But for Isabella, that was her mirror telling her, hey, you're not perfect, or we cannot be perfect in this way. We all have imperfections, and she did not want to look at her own imperfection, and she was very critical and very mean to her sister Isabella. And the reason why she was so mean and critical towards her is because Virgos also are very critical towards their own self. So they're very critical towards them. They want everything to be good and perfect for themselves. So therefore, if they are like that, they expect other people also to be just like them, to be perfect, to be great. If they're doing tasks, if they're doing everything they have to do correctly, perfectly, if they have responsibilities, if they're pursuing their goals, if they're achieving and reaching their goals, they want everybody to just be just like them, achieving and reaching their goals. So this is our Virgo. And therefore, she was very critical towards her and say, why can't you be perfect? Why can't you have a gift? Why, like, you're just like too much. You are here destroying our image. You're messing up the image of the Family Madrigal because you don't have a gift. So they're putting her aside because she was imperfect. She does not belong to the family. Now, something that Virgos have to learn is actually to face their imperfection, to face their other side. Like Isabel did, she learned that she could not produce beautiful flowers all the time. So she learned to produce all the type of flowers, all the kind of plants. Like she produced some cactus at the end, which has thorns, you know, that we can't be perfect all the time. We have imperfections sometimes, and those imperfections sometimes hurt us, just like thorns. They can hurt you, but you can also face them and see them, and that's what she learned. And this is the message also I have for Virgos, is to chill, to relax, know that everybody is not perfect, and no one expects you also to be perfect all the time. You're a human being. You can have some defects. You can do something wrong, and that's okay. It's okay to fail. It's okay not to do something correctly. But the good thing is to fail, but also getting up and keep with that determination that you have in achieving your goals. But also learn that if you fail, that's okay. That's okay. You know. So that's what I have for my dear Virgos. Hey, so here you have it, my dear. We just explored the first 6 signs of the zodiac, from Aries all the way to Virgo. In the next video, we will explore the last 6 signs, from Scorpio to Pisces. So I'll be coming up very soon with part number 2, where we will talk about the last 6 signs from the zodiac. If you enjoyed this video, I'm asking you to give it a thumbs up, to like it, but also subscribe to my YouTube channel so you can be notified whenever I post part 2, but also other videos. Most importantly, if you like this video, it makes you laugh, also share the laughter and excitement with our family and friends so they can also enjoy this knowledge and laugh with you as well. All right, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video, and I will see you next time. Bye.